Hello, hello, beautiful people. How are you doing? Please say hi in the comment section and let me know where you are joining me from. Hi, everyone. My name is Flora Basie. I am a digital accessibility expert and founder at Linoratech. I am a Black woman with long braids, and I'm always smiling. Now, Linoratech is an incredible company with the value and mission to support and help leaders, tech leaders, and tech professionals create more inclusive and accessible experience in digital product, like for example, websites. Now, I want to talk to you today about how can we unlock inclusion and accessibility through HTML and why this matters. Again, if you are joining me at any point in time, just say hi in the comment section. I promise. I can see the comment section. And if you have any question as well, drop the question in the comment section because I can see this question live and I can respond to you. I know sometimes the tech can be a bit crazy, but yeah, hopefully everything goes well as always. If you are watching this session on replay, again, you can still drop your comments. I will always go back to, and answer those comments later on as well. So I'm super happy to be here and I hope you are too. So let's talk a little bit more here. I see Stuart is here. Hi, Stuart. Say hi and happy Friday. Oh my goodness. So happy to see you, my friend. How are you doing? And again, don't feel shy. We all friends. There's no wrong answer if you feel like sharing your thought or your experience on this platform. As a matter of fact, I created this platform so that we can have a little bit more collaboration, co-creation, and hear from different perspectives. So again, just say hi in the comment section. All right. I see Stewart again just put a smiling face and he said, great. Perfect. Okay, let's talk about, how do we unlock inclusion and accessibility with HTML? Wow, that is a big that's a that's a big statement here that I have to really unfold for you. One easy way to understand this is for me to ask you a question. And that question is like, what do you do when you navigate online? Why are you navigating online? Why are we navigating websites? And I want to hear your thought and your response. So please just put them in a comment section. uh, from me personally, the reason why I navigate online or I browse a website is mainly for three reasons. I don't know about you, but please, again, just share in the comment section and let me know why are you, in your own experience, navigating a website. As I said, there are three reasons for me. The first reason is to gather information. So I usually go on website to get some information. Maybe I'm researching something, or maybe I'm trying to, go on vacation. So I'm trying to get some information there. The second reason is really because maybe I want to purchase something, right? And navigating online provide me with that convenience. Can you imagine? Sometimes there is a traffic, well, sometimes there is an event or there is a sale and I have to go on, in the store. That, yeah, too much friction. So sometimes I like the convenience of just buying something online without having to go and take the car or the bus or whatever I need to take a walk to the store. And that's actually good. So I just have to wait for my item to be shipped home and then, unfold it and just, enjoy it. The third reason why I usually navigate online, and I think that many people will relate to that as well, is probably to also request services. I know some of you will say, Flora, well, I can just give a phone call and, request a service. I don't really need to go online to ask for a service. And you're probably right. And I agree with that statement. I've used, many times I've called to request a service, and it's really inconvenient as well. But here's the thing, I don't know if you have noticed this. And maybe you will relate to that situation, or maybe you will not. Nowadays, when I make a phone call to request a service or support, here is what I hear. Listen to the following menu because our options have changed. Select number one if you want to do this, this, this. Select number two if you want to do this, this, this. If select number three, if you like the numbers, the options are so long, and then you select one option and it takes you to a different menu over the phone, and then it will take you, okay, your waiting time is maybe 5 minutes, your waiting time is 10 minutes, and you're like, oh my gosh. So I usually just have to leave my phone on the side and it's playing some nice music, but I still gotta wait. I still gotta wait for a long time before I get the service. And this sometimes is not convenient. But again, I have options. And guess what? My options can be just going online on the provider website and see the support link. And usually they provide like a chat. Maybe you can just log in the request and they will get back to you as soon as possible, which is convenient. I do that, I leave, or maybe I get someone directly on the chat and they are addressing my problem right there, right away. So there are many reasons why people are using the convenience of, a good navigation online or browsing a website. But now, here is the thing. Websites have a structure like a human body. Human body have a bones. They have bones everywhere. I mean, I have bones everywhere, and I suppose that everyone who is listening to this this talk today have bones as well in their body. Now, when we are missing a bone or two, or maybe when our bones are not properly formed, we can run into limitations in life, and that is true fact. The same apply when we have a website with bones that are missing or with bones that are not properly formed. And usually bones in websites are HTML codes. HTML codes are creating the frameworks of your website. It is like the structure in your website that allow people to see the information, that allow people to get services, to get functionality, that allow people to buy products. So HTML codes are very, very important. I hope that makes sense. So to create good HTML, when you create, I will say, good HTML, you are really creating an inclusive and accessible experience for everyone. Now, some of you who are probably leaders will say, okay, I don't need to worry about that, Flora. That, yeah, we have a team for that. Yes, you do have a team for that, but I think that understanding on a high level the importance of HTML code as a leader or even as a professional is key. I'm going to share with you an experience very soon. But there are a few reasons why it's important to have a good HTML code. It's important to have that backbone, that framework properly set to allow a better experience for all. Let me tell you one thing. When you have a good HTML code for your website, the code is properly interpreted for people who are non-sighted, people who are unable to see the page. It is also providing good information to people with visual impairments. All right, so really having a good HTML code behind the scene is actually allowing more people to engage with your products, your services, or to gather properly the information on your website. And I'm talking about, for example, people like these people can be clients, they can be users, they can be, researchers, they can be students, they like you just name it. So it's important to have an inclusive and experience when we have a website, by having a good HTML code. As a matter of fact, WebAIM, which is an incredible organization advocating for inclusion and accessibility in technology, did say that many people who are relying on screen readers, for example, and screen readers are the software used by people who are, for example, blind or who have visual impairments. um, they use the screen reader to navigate the page, and when they navigate the page, the screen reader will tell them exactly what is on the page. I hope that makes sense. I wish I could show you exactly how the screen reader worked today, but we're not going to go into that, or else I can spend a lot of time. But I have another episode where I am navigating with the screen reader. If you haven't seen it, navigate on my page and you should be able to find that episode where I said blind customers. But let me go back to to telling you a little bit more about how the screen reader will navigate the page. It will navigate the page, and when it encounter a button, it will say to the person button, and it will say the name of the button. So, for example, let's say we have a login button. It will say login button. So not only the person who is blind know that this is a button, I can click on it, it will also tell them the text that is associated with this button, so they know exactly that this is the button they want to click on. So it's really, really important to have good HTML code for better interpretation and to attract people who are non-sighted or people with visual impairments. Now, I know some of you will say, okay, so the HTML code can help people who are blind and people who are using the screen reader. That's true, but it doesn't just stop there. Hear me out. Actually, the HTML code also help people who may have mobility impairments. It means that they might not be able to use properly their hand to navigate the website, or they might be using just a keyboard for navigating the websites. Again, there are so many reasons why HTML code is so important. If you had any information around the HTML code, did you really know that it was useful for also people with color blindness? Did you have an idea? Now, I know people will say, how is HTML code helping people with color blindness? I'm going to show you that right now. Indeed, um, people who have color blindness have an invisible disability. When I speak to people, to leaders, to developers, and I say we need to create inclusive, inclusive website, because there are so many people with invisible disability navigating the website. They're like, what? What are you talking about, Flora? We don't understand that. We don't have any client with a disability. But that's so false. That's a false statement. There are a lot of clients with invisible disability, like color blindness. People who have color blindness cannot be spot on. You cannot tell if someone is color blindness. As a matter of fact, let me share my screen and show you the experience of a person navigating a website with color blindness. A person, for example, who has color blindness and use a keyboard for navigation. I hope that's okay. It won't take too long. And if you're hearing something that validates your thought, please share it in the comment section. If you have any question at any point in time, again, share in the comment section. And if you want to just say hi, please feel free to do so as well. Let me share. Okay, here we have a website, a TD. Okay, TD Insurance. Let's navigate this website with the keyboard, okay? I will press the tab key couple of times on my screen to navigate the website. Let me refresh maybe the website, and let's start at the very beginning maybe. pressing the tab key, we can see an outline as I am pressing in the tab key. And that's really how a person who is navigating the website will be able to tell where they are and if they want to click on something. So as you can see, this is pretty fairly well. We can see based on the outline where we are. Now, if I have to put the simulation for a person who is color blindness, let's say total color blindness, it will gray out the page, and so you won't be able to see the color, but hopefully we are able to still see the navigation with the keyboard. So I'm going to press the tab key. Again, I am able to see the square around the element that has the focus. And hopefully you can see that as well as I am navigating the website. The website is fairly gray out, but because of this outline, I can totally see where I am. Now, let's navigate another website. Let's see, maybe we can go and navigate Sienna, which is a fantastic telecom company. All right, so with Sienna, we can navigate, and I'm going to press again the tab key to navigate the website, okay? So pressing the tab key, let me just go at the beginning of the page. I'm going to just, oh, I don't know, for some reason, so interesting. It's not allowing me to come on the website. Huh, is there any problem here? Oh, okay, that's weird. They're using the color for indication. So when I press the tab key, it doesn't show me the outline. It shows the color for navigation. Per the WCAG, which is the Web Content Accessibility Guideline, you should not use color only. And I'm sharing that with Sienna, but if your website is using color only to indicate the navigation, please make sure that you have an additional visual cue, okay? Like the outline is so important. Let's press the tab key a couple of times and I can see definitely they are using color to indicate the navigation. Some people, as I said, are colorblind and they might not be able to see properly where they are on the page. You know what? As a matter of fact, we can test that right now. So I'm going to navigate back by pressing the Shift Tab key to go at the beginning of the page, and I'm going to again just press the simulation. And so you can see how a person who is colorblind is navigating, for example, your website and accessing information. All right, so I'm going to put again total color blindness. So again, gray out, and we are going to navigate and see. So now I'm going to press the tab key one time, pressing the tab key 2 times, pressing the tab key. Ooh, I'm not sure if you can see that. There is a slight difference here, but really very faint, almost not noticeable, right? Can you see that? Let me know in the comment. Oh my goodness, it's barely visible. I don't know if you can see me navigating the website, but definitely it's barely visible. So using a good HTML structure on the website normally comes with the default square outline. But sometimes developers will remove the default square outline, or maybe the framework that you are using to create your website has already removed the default square outline. And this is really important for people who are navigating the website with the keyboard to see where they are. I hope that makes sense. So really, having a good HTML structure is important to create access and inclusion for everyone, not only for people using a screen reader, but also for people navigating, for example, with a keyboard. I need to be able to see where I am if I want to open something on the website. I hope that makes sense. I think sometimes we don't realize how important having a good HTML structure can increase companies' bottom line by engaging, attracting, and retaining more clients, more audience, and more customers. So let me go back to again this website, Sienna, and press again a couple of times. No, I'm not able to see properly where I am. And as I'm pressing, yes, it's difficult. I think that having the outline in addition to the visual, the color will be more helpful. So I will encourage if your website is similar to Sienna right now, to allow the visual focus, the square outline to be present. And as I'm navigating the website, I can see a couple of places where there is an outline. Like, for example, if I go and navigate from see all solutions to see all products, I'm able to tell because there is a kind of a double line outline there. But as I am navigating some other element like get to know us, company purpose and values, I'm not able to access that. I can't tell where I am. No, I can't tell. So really, here is an opportunity. Sienna, I don't know if you're listening to this talk show, but yes, please pay attention and enhance your accessibility and inclusion by creating or by leveraging good HTML code. And so this is going to help all users. Now, let me stop sharing for a minute here. One other reason why it's important to have as well good HTML code is for Google search, for SEO. The search engine optimization. Oh my goodness, I cannot, I it's important. It's important. Just listen to that. It's important. As a matter of fact, Google developer documentation is highlighting the fact that it is important to code properly HTML, to use proper HTML semantic, because Google search engine will rely on, gathering some of the information that are provided when the code is properly done. And so this will create better visibility, right? And this will create the opportunity for more people to see your website, for more people to engage with your website, and for so much more. So those are really three good reasons why it's important to have good HTML code within your website, because it is gonna help so much people engage with your products, engage with your information, or request the services. I hope that makes sense. I think that is so valuable. Of course, you will probably tell me there's so much the fluoride, there's so much that goes along with just creating good HTML. And you are right. As a matter of fact, let me share very quickly just one tip. I don't know how it is in your company, but a good way to create good HTML code does not start from the developer level. Hopefully someone can hear me properly when I'm saying that. We have to start at the very beginning. And it starts with leadership, understanding why this matters. If you saw the example I just shared with you through the exploration, these are limitations that can make a lot of people with disabilities let go of your website. As a matter of fact, I read a survey that says that 71% of people with disabilities are actually abandoning websites that have limitations, websites that are not inclusive, websites that are not accessible. So you really want to pay attention to that. It starts with the leadership. Leaders need to understand why it is important to have a good structure. Without a good structure, we might have a lot of limitation. The other area where it's important to really start acknowledging inclusion is through design guidelines or design decks. So if your website is your company is leveraging style guide where you have all the information, the colors, the fonts, and all of that, that designer can leverage or developer can also use later on to create websites, you want to make sure that those guidelines, those style guide, those deck are reviewed by professionals in inclusion and accessibility. Because really, the more you start at the very beginning, the less issues you will have at the end when you start creating a website with HTML code or different other languages. I hope that makes sense. One thing that I've seen a lot happening when I'm speaking with people with disabilities is they feel like people who are creating websites are not creating websites that welcome them. I have incredible friends who are blind, people who have mobility impairment, people who are deaf. And so when we use videos and things like that on website, again, there is a consideration to take, to pay attention to so that everyone feel included in the experience. Again, websites are very important for everyone. Navigating a good website can increase engagement, it can increase visibility, it increases the company bottom line, but it's also a win-win for people who have a disability because many of them are customers. Many of them are users, and many of them, probably like me, love to travel. So if you have any product that's related to traveling, make sure it's inclusive and accessible to all. And that's about it. Next week, I am going to be having a private video with an incredible guest speaker, and you don't want to miss that. So I will see you next week. If this session was valuable to you, if you feel like this session can help any people, any person, I would say, in your organization, or maybe help you advocate for inclusion and accessibility with your clients, with your customers, feel free to just copy the link. This is a recording, this is a replay. You can always go back to it. Feel free to just copy that and share with your network, share with the person who might find it really helpful. I will see you next time. And again, thank you so much for joining me. If you have any question, feel free to reach out. I'm always available. Bye bye, and I will see you next time.